Blair sits out there, creates a concept, sends it down with the click of a button. He doesn't need to fly down to Ghana. He may channel it through his ambassador, high commissioner, or just press a button and it's an Atamil's email box. Now, for Africans or for us down here, we're looking at, because we're desperate, we're looking for just that. This is what can solve our problem. But meanwhile, there's a carrot in there to catch you as well. Now, because you are myopic-minded, because there's different
by culture or deliberate suppression.
By culture.
Oh, okay.
By culture.
Go on.
We ourselves have got an attitude situation. When even they came here to colonize us, to take slaves, we gave them the slave. They didn't come and catch them. We gave them the people. We sold them to them for butter and all with cheese and all whatnot. So the problem is us. Much as I understand that the world has got all kinds of oppressive situations and unfair situations, I believe that they've got a strategy. What is your strategy to chop? So strategy within strategy. He has got his agenda. You've also got your agenda, meeting your needs and then developing to move on. That's what the agenda really is. So you must be quick thinking. So he comes in, sends in this stuff, and the president buys into it. Automatically, all of us are caught in this trap. It could be loans. It could be all kinds of grants. It could be aid, whatever. There's always an agenda they have. What is also our agenda? There's a strategy. John F. Kennedy once said, look, that the earlier we send in, the earlier we continue to put in aid, American aid to Africa, right, the better. Because their taste and desires would suit our products.
Yeah.
So when we even stop the aid, the desire and need for our products will continue.
Yeah, so now we buy.
We buy from them.
Like rice.
That's it. So let's come to this whole thing. Where does this all boil down to is leadership, complete. In every human endeavor, leadership is the game. Now, there are different eras, times and seasons, and the types of leadership that you require in those eras and seasons. Ghana's been 54 years now, okay? We started, and we all keep touting this, that we started with a better GDP than South Korea. But look at where South Korea is and look at where we are. So what is the problem? Naturally, there is something wrong somewhere.
Yes.
Because obviously, I mean, there must be something we're doing wrong. There's something we didn't get right, okay? And the earlier that we do a thorough constructive research, and I insist, the word is constructive research, because constructive research, it's research that takes into consideration factual matters, not wishful figures. Factual, very factual. Okay, so it's about time that for once we get to know where we truly are as a nation. We get to know our comparative advantage. Then we decide our core competency so we can put our energy and go and get our market share in the world. Now, so what do we do? Now, so first of all, the leader, you need the right kind of leader. Today's world requires inspirational leadership. Leadership that when the leader speaks, the leader inspires. He gets people to rise up because excitement on its own, right,
makes you aspire. The leader inspires you to aspire.
Exactly. Now, we don't have good systems like other nations have. Even with the great system, look at how Obama gets out there inspiring. Look at China. Now, they've stopped the octogenarian business. They've now come down to about 55. Okay? The next one is even younger. Because, listen, they look at the kind of energy that is required. Okay? The kind of inspiration that is required. Here, the Chinese, Muntao speak. And the Chinese people just, all the old guys rise up, man. Because he speaks with so much inspiration. So that is necessary. Number two, what kind of leader do we require again? We require a leader who is not just a visionary. Let me tell you, let's not go for myopic dreams any longer. We need to go for ambitious dreams.
Must move beyond
There is no harm in trying and fail. There's no harm. There's no price you pay for thinking. So think. You got it. So what we need now is an ambitious dream. Because the human being is created by God, like I said, to aspire to some of the greatest things that could ever happen. This mind that we have is supposed to create all the satellites you see out there. Look at this studio, Yao. The black man didn't create anything. But you were using it for development. Maybe they said, fine, very good, fair enough. But most of the stuff here, the technology. What will make the thing actually, the broadcast actually get out there? We didn't participate in it. Mobile phones, no. But we can use that for today's development. Okay. So now, you require also a leader who is not just an ambitious dreamer, a visionary, but it's important that communicating the dream is done. Because listen, good leadership does not only have a good dream, but good leadership is able to effectively communicate that dream to the people, because effective communication breeds understanding by the people, and understanding releases a certain commitment on the part of everybody to engage to fulfill that dream. It is not the president's job to go build a spacecraft like John F. Kennedy in John F. Kennedy's time. No, his job was to dream, put it out there, inspire the players, scientists, everybody to come on board, buy into the dream, and we shoot. We get results. That's the name of the game now. So now, then the second thing is that he needs to also inspire along the way. We are going from here to Mamobi. Yeah. Obviously, there'll be distractions, things that could discourage you. Sometimes you go in traffic and say, oh, traffic in Dostun, so the leader's job is to inspire us along the way, which means the leader needs to keep talking to us. Because in our system, we don't have proper systems in place. So in our case, until we develop solid systems in place, okay, that outgrow everybody, the leader, his personality is absolutely important. Very important. That the leader should be able to effectively communicate. In the communication, there should be doses of inspiration in there to get us to rise up and do something.
Outlook,
yes, we can.
The receptiveness,
that's the thing.
Everything.
That's the thing. Very important. Third thing is that we require leaders who are achievers now. We're tired of in the pipeline, plans are far advanced, we're working on it, etc. We need achievers. And then when I come to our education, you recognize that we are not trained to achieve anything. Yeah. We're not trained to achieve. Okay? So but we require leadership that will make us challenge ourselves to aspire to some of the greatest heights. We see we have debased ourselves so badly that we have debased every standard in this country.
Amazing.
So the standard of leadership needs to be risen. This next election, I would want to see the standard that we, the young generation, require, not the old generation one. Because they actually operating on borrowed time. Both Nanado and Atta Mills belong to another generation.
But I must assure you that as far as we, the MPP youth, are concerned, Nana identifies with that.
Hold on, I'll come to that. Yeah. I'm saying that let's get something in principle. That by now, someone like me should be head of state. My age group should be head of state.
You are capable.
Compared to the world, yes.
You are capable.
Exactly. But the problem is that all of us, you and I, don't want to get involved in politics. We want to just do our little jobs in a little corner, local FIO, and that's it. But then they take decisions on our behalf.
Yeah, but isn't that because of the risk, the intellectual suppression, the fear, the fear of failure, the danger of talking back at your elders?
Our education, I'm coming to that just in a minute. Right. Let me quickly finish the one on leadership.
Very well.
We need also leaders who are diligent in service. Leaders that would give hope to the wider population, not just a few people. See, in Asia, the culture is different. They have the fastest growing middle class rate. Because what? And that fast growing middle class rate has got an aggregate demand on industrial and agricultural production. Yeah. Why? Because they buy local stuff. They spend on local stuff. Now in Ghana, me and I, the middle class, what do? We go into a shop, oh, this chocolate is from London, from America. That's what the one we buy. So we're not supporting local industry. We're not supporting local services. There's not a proper trickling down there. So the cultural differences, okay? So we must find leadership that can ensure that we work on that. That's why education is important. That's why strong nationalistic campaigns are absolutely important. Because listen, you can come up with all the best economic plans, all the wonderful speeches, all the best money that comes from the world. Pick up all the loans. If the Ghanaian being, the human being, the Ghanaian, it's not poised, it's not structured, it's not positioned, it's not strategically set up to be able to produce rapidly, fast, understand the new generation things that are happening, the new world order, what needs to be done, how they should be, how proactive they should be, how they should on their own, not without being pushed. Be forward thinking, go ahead and then look for some of the best targets, and that in competition with the world, the better. Now, final one. What type of leadership do we need again? We need leadership that is able, listen to me, that will not just sit in the castle or not sit in the Flagstaff house or wherever you want to put your president. But that leader, because we don't have the kind of systems that other nations have, developed nations have, the leader needs to go out there and connect with the people. Connect with them. It's important. There's an umbilical cord, a connection that needs to be there. So going around the nation is very important, but not just going around for showpiece sake, because we love show and impressions. We need to go out there and connect. First of all, Listen to the people. What are their concerns? Because that's why you are there. You are there to serve them. What are their interests? The younger generation, who form the majority now, do you understand their interest? Do you understand their line of thought? Do you understand their concerns? Do you understand where they want to get to? Do you understand their aspirations? You don't. So you need to go and hear from them, because you are in there to make sure that you facilitate a better life for them, so that they can function well, they can be properly positioned, they can be free, they can be liberated to aspire to be like those in China, with their competitors in China and America and the rest of the world.
Amazing.
Because it is possible.
Amazing.
It is possible.
It is possible.
You need leadership that will challenge us. We are not being challenged enough. We're not challenging ourselves. Well, sometimes I hear the radio and television, and I hear politicians talk. And sorry, I'm a bit passionate, because, you know, this game, I'm connected to it. It's my life. You know, now listen, that when I hear politicians, you know, say, oh, wait, it's not possible. These people, what they are saying is not possible. That's a joke.
That is a joke. We need to dream big. We need to communicate the dream, and we need to connect. And that is when we can aspire. Otherwise, it's in the pipeline, and plans are far afoot and all that. It's a mere joke.